All right, parents and kiddos, I am going to attempt to show you the best way to move and drag and drop items on a Google slide. I'm also going to show you how to make sure that you're opening the assignment in the correct way. So I'm taking the comma activity that we had this week. I'm just choosing a kiddo here. So I tapped on the actual assignment. It's going to pull it up, and it gives you the option for the pencil or for the box with the arrow in the upper right hand corner. You are always going to want to try and do any assignment using the box with an arrow. That is going to open it in any Google slide, Google Doc, Google Sheet, whatever it is, because that gives you the freedom or the ability to go back and edit your work without having to scribble things out and erase it. If you use the pencil, what happens is it saves your work as a PDF, and then you cannot go back and edit it. So if I tap the box with the arrow in the right hand corner, it's going to open it up into Google Slides. Okay? Now, the other thing that we've been struggling with, and I'm not sure that this is a super great solution, but I think I have found a way for us to manipulate some of these smaller pieces that is a little bit easier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this a little bit bigger first off. If it's a little bit bigger, then I can manipulate it or move it a little bit easier. Now you can see that there are boxes around there, around the outside. So I'm going to tap on it, and I'm going to tap again, and you can see right there it's going to resize it. So I don't want that. So I'm going to try tapping again. And of course now it's being difficult. But there you go. Once you see those lines like that, then you know that you can move it. If you want to, you can resize it smaller. If you want to leave it large, that's fine. So let's say that Mrs. V wants to move it back. So now I'm going to tap off it. I'm going to tap on it again, and then I'm going to kind of tap right in the middle, and I'm going to keep tapping, there we go, until I can move it to where I want. Once I get it where I want, I can adjust it where I want it, and then if I want to, I can make it a little bit smaller. The other issue you might have is that having that screen protector on your iPad may make it even more difficult. So what I did with my iPad is I actually took the protector screen off and everything so that it would make it a little bit easier to manipulate. So it's kind of just watching those little squares that go, the squares that go around the item that you are moving, and then seeing like when you can move it. Sometimes just tapping off it and being able to move it again. It takes a little bit of practice, and I'm definitely not saying that this is a super easy. I think we may avoid as many drag and drop activities as we can just because of the difficulty. But for those of you that were struggling, I've been playing with this for a little while tonight trying to get it to work. So I thought I would share what I found out with you. Okay? So sometimes just making the shape a little bit bigger, tapping off of it, tapping back on, and then going back. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I'm just going to see if that works. And there we go, okay? And don't ever be afraid if it's a struggle and it's becoming too difficult. There's always lots of other options to do. Let me know. You could write the sentences out, put the commas in. You could type them, send them to me. I'm not so concerned as how the assignment is done, is just